There have been some great book lists from the Financial Times, and today we're going to take a look at their book lists on history. This is Tom Fox, and welcome to the Sunday Book Review. The Sunday Book Review is a book review where I curate 4 books on a specific topic for the compliance professional or the business executive. I know you'll enjoy it. And now, 4 great books on history for your summer reading pleasure. First up, The Alienation Effect: How Central European Emigres Transformed the British 20th Century by Owen, Hatherley. In the 30s, thousands of Central Europeans sought sanctuary in Britain from fascism, drawing on an immense cast of artists and intellectuals. The historian Owen Hatherley argues that the resulting clash between European modernism and British moderation, our imaginations were fundamentally realigned and remade for the better. And in this alienation effect, the influence of emigres all around us, many of the most quintessential British icons were a part of this cultural exchange. Next up, The Accidental Tyrant: The Life of Kim Il-sung by Fyodor Tertitskiy. He was an enigmatic architect of North Korea. His extraordinary life was one tale of improbable success. A barely educated guerrilla fighter at the age of 33 rose to lead a nation. Based on extensive new resources, the book tells the unlikely story of one of the 20th century's most brutal but little-known dictators. And what it shows is a stark cautionary tale underscoring that the triumph of liberty is never guaranteed. Next up, a fascinating tale of 2 titans, Mellon versus Churchill, the untold story of Treasury titans at war. Andrew Mellon was one of the most accomplished worldwide businessmen of his era, and he butted heads with Winston Churchill after the loans of World War I. During the 5 years Churchill served as Chancellor of the Exchequer, Mellon was his counterpart at the U.S. Treasury. Their debate was fierce, and the differences of opinion about handling the monstrous war debts made frequent headlines. They had 5 meetings on this, and their confrontations were brought to life in this incredible book. Mellon versus Churchill brings the reader inside the adventurous lives of 2 giant and great public figures who were not afraid of taking risks to pursue their grand ambitions. And next up, Helen Carr's book, The Sceptred Isle. On the death of Edward I in 1307, marked the beginning of a period of intense turmoil and change in England. In the 14th century, ushered in the beginning of the 100 Years' War with France. This book is a story of regicide, war, and a prolonged scepter bubonic plague, religious antagonism, and revolt that ended a royal dynasty. The book is a especially thrilling narrative of the account of the revolution, the shifting power, and great social, political, and cultural change, shedding light on a new pivotal period of English history. It uncovers lesser-known voices and untold stories to give a new portrait of a fractured monarchy and how they moved into the middle of the next century going forward. I hope you'll take the opportunity to read one or more of these fascinating books on history, and I hope you will continue to enjoy the series we'll have literally for the month of July from the Financial Times on some of the top books of 2025 going forward. We look forward to visiting with you again next week. I'm proud to announce the latest podcast in production in the Compliance Podcast Network is our next season of Adventures in Compliance, how Sherlock Holmes informs your compliance program, in which I dissect the 4 novels of Sherlock Holmes. If you want to upgrade your compliance, check out the Compliance Tip of the Day, the Gold Award-winning compliance podcast, which gives you 1 tip with 3 key takeaways of something you can do each day at little or no cost to improve your compliance program. But speaking of books, if you like something new and different, check out the Compliance Kids series on Amazon.com, which explains compliance through the eyes of children. If you have a category of books you'd like explored on the Sunday Book Review, please shoot me an email at tfox@tfoxlaw.com. The Sunday Book Review is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.